Here we are in Minnesota, folks. We're getting ready to do a little grouse and woodcock hunting. It's going to be a public land hunt. Everybody's talking about public lands after a lot of the politicians wanted to go off and sell a lot of our assets in the last couple of years. It's late September, but we've had an uncommon long summer. It's been very hot, very humid. We've had days with humidity up in the 70s. And what that does in the woods, all the vegetation just flourishes. So I got some Fiocchi shells here. And the point about the vegetation, I got two options. 20 gauge. Denny's going to shoot a 28. Mark and I are going to shoot 20s. First option, it's a little bit lighter load. 7/8 ounce, 7.5 shot. Great woodcock load, and when the leaves are down and I don't have to worry about the penetration factor, very good for grouse too. What I'm gonna go with today is a load. It's a 6-shot. It's an ounce load. I want it to punch through this vegetation and get some penetration on the birds after it does so. So we're gonna go ounce load, 6-shot, 12-20 feet per second. And those are the two options we have for 20 today. We're going to go a little heavier, start there. If we get into some more open areas, I'll probably revert back to the 7/8 ounce load because it does not take a lot of extra oomph to kill the woodcock and the grouse. So just think about when you hit the woods, just think about your surroundings, what you got for vegetation, because the most precise thing we want to do is bring these birds down and anchor them. So there you go. Fiocchi has a lot of options, and I'm going to go with the heavier load.
Just to follow up on what Tom was saying, they're going to shoot 20s. I'm actually going to shoot a 28 because I like it, and it's very light. It's a shorter gun, get through the tangles with the vegetation that Tom had mentioned. And I'm actually going to shoot some golden pheasant loads, which I'm very familiar with. Shoot them in my pheasant hunting operation, go through thousands of them a year. And the thing that I like is that they're nickel plated, so they will not only penetrate through feathers and the bird itself too, but I think it'll help probably punch through this vegetation a little bit. And the 28 is a super efficient little gun. I think a lot of people overlook it and think it's too small, so we're actually shooting a 3-inch shell, and even though it is a much smaller caliber, you know, the diameter of it, they're still shooting an ounce at 1/16 of lead coming out of it. So we're going to give this a try and play the conditions and see what works best. We've got several options to choose from here.
My dogs out, especially my old one. You know,
Rosie
you won't see him with
is a veteran of the grouse woods.
He may be gone.
She gets a little excited sometimes, but overall she does a pretty good job. Didn't even get a shot at it. Saw the bird briefly. She didn't push it. She did a good job. We had another grouse probably 60 yards later. He just blew out, didn't even stick around. And then I heard Mark down on the bottom.
Not a very smaller grouse, yeah.
So what'll happen, folks, a lot of times with these birds, on a windy day or a morning after a windy day, they're pretty spooky.
Is it because all the branches?
All the branches.
And stuff and leaves coming down.
Leaves coming down, you bet, bud. You hit the nail right on the head. That makes them really nervous. So it could be, we're gonna have to be on our toes is what I'm saying. So, not on our back, Rosie. All right. Easy. Here it goes. The girl. All right, American Woodcock. Denny and I kind of double teamed her, so that was pretty fun. They're a very unique bird. This looks like a male, probably a local bird just by the size and everything. But they have a lot of adaptations because they eat a lot of earthworms and vertebrates. So if you'll notice right at the end of their beak, that little knob on the end, see that? Just a little bump. That's so they can go down the hole, make sure they get that worm out of the ground.
Kind of turn
just
it.
A little hook. Yep.
Okay.
And also, you notice where it gets black right here at the end?
Yep.
They can open that part of their bill without opening the rest of it.
Ooh.
So that's a very unique thing.
So if they got something bigger, they can reach up and clamp down
Exactly.
on it and hold it.
Yep. Now, do you notice where the eyes are? The eyes are set way back on their head because when they're probing like this. Yep, you see how they can see
so
just...
they can get part of their head in there too.
Yep, and then they can see
Up above.
just about all the way around them. So that's an adaptation. Now, what I always found interesting, if you have your head down that much, how in the world do you get your blood flow? But these birds, their brain is cradled like this. Instead of like that, it's down lower like
so it
that.
just naturally flows in
Yep.
for them.
Yep, and here's to me the most interesting one, and it's hard to see.
High Point Pet Foods presents Country Creations Dog Foods, offering quality nutrition for the life of your canine companion. To fuel the fire of puppyhood into keeping the energy level high of an active young dog, optimizing the performance of the hard-charging adult, or having a quality diet for your senior canine companion. Country Creations has you covered with their quality formulas. Get in touch with High Point Pet Foods today. Midwest Gun Dog Kennels is your full-time gun dog training facility. For over 30 years, we have customized our training to fit each individual gun dog. We know it takes a well-trained gun dog to handle wild birds. Make every hunting trip a dream trip. Let Midwest Gun Dog Kennels put excitement back into your hunt of a lifetime. Midwest Gun Dog Kennels, where experience equals excellence.
Dakota Pheasant Guide offers the best wild pheasant hunts from the Glacial Lakes area of South Dakota west to the Missouri River. Packages available include everything from self-guided to fully guided hunts. Book your bird hunting adventure now. Fishermen, iTime Promotions is your ticket to an enjoyable and successful day on the water. Call Dennis Foster for your outdoor adventure of a lifetime.
Is 17 yards left of you.
But their ears are right here.
So they can hear the movement of the...
See their ear?
That they're after?
Can you see that? Right there, that little hole? That's their ear. See, there's a better shot.
Right.
So they can actually hear what's in the ground.
Vibrations
Yep.
or whatever's moving.
Yep.
I'll be darned.
Yep. So, super unique bird. I love them. They're just awesome. They're fun. They generally, people always say, oh, woodcock are easy to shoot. Well, we've seen already today. That's a bunch of BS.
Right.
Are they easier than grouse? Yeah. But so is just about every other bird in the country. Now, they're a shorebird that went rogue, basically. You can kind of see the shorebird legs. They're the shorebird of the upland, I call them.
Okay. And these will migrate clear down to like Louisiana? correct?
Louisiana, Alabama, Texas.
Down
Yep.
in the swamps, the same deal. So it's soft
Absolutely.
ground.
Like Louisiana's season is like, I think it's like January, February, because that's when they start arriving down there. And you'll notice the coloration. Without a dog, if you just toss this over there, you'd have
find
a never.
Right.
And we still lose a few because, you know, they're not huge birds, so they don't have a lot of scent. So when they do get hit, they dissipate some scent, as most birds do when they're hit, and then it makes them tough to find. And then they have these three,
Crossbars.
yep, the three fingers of the Lord, they call them.
Okay.
And every woodcock will have that.
Okay, male and female.
Yep.
So there's not much differentiation between a male?
Actually, the female is bigger. I think they call it dimorphism. And they'll actually, if you hold the two side by side, you can tell the difference.
Okay.
And a female's bill will go, take a dollar bill, stick it in their bill. If it goes across, generally it's a female. And if it comes up just short, it's usually a male.
Okay.
Kind of an interesting little thing to. But yeah, dark meat. Marky has a great recipe for them. If we get enough of them, we'll try them tonight.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
well, we broke the ice, Denny.
Yeah,
Been a rough
now-
go so far, but like, to be honest with you folks at home, this is one of the few years that me personally hasn't been in the woods since August 1. It's just been too hot, and this is new to me. I don't
Well,
know
you
what's
can even-
here for bird
You
numbers.
can
I
even
didn't.
see on the dog right now.
Yeah.
She's plenty warm.
She's plenty warm. It's pushing 60 already. So, all right, let's go try to get
Perfect.
another one.
Bag
But
some more.
American woodcock, love them. Great little bird.
Perfect.
You got a mark on it, Denny?
I believe so, yeah.
Keep that mark. Let me get in there. There it is. That's your hand. Just go it to us.
Girl, hey. Oh, one of those. All right. This one's prettier than the last one.
Woodcock! That's cold. Mark that other bird. Charlie, good bird in here. There it is. Isn't that crazy?
DOG 1 is 30 yards in front of you.
Yep, beautiful. What we're running into right now, folks, is the afternoon is heated up tremendously. And one of my most reliable dogs can't seem to pick up any scent at all. So we're pretty lucky that Tanner found a feather and got us in the right area, because she's coming up with nothing. She's bumped 2-3 birds. It happens. It's got to be in the woods pushing close to 70 degrees with high humidity. It's ridiculous, but we're out here having fun. Picked up another woodcock, and we're going to go try to get another one, see if she can actually find one on her own and point it. So anyway, we're going to give her a whirl. Beautiful birds. Good time. Thanks to Mark and Tanner for helping me find that bird. Whoa, easy. You got a good area? Easy. Right there, Danny. Good girl. Good girl. Hey, right here. That's your bird.
Oh, sure did.
Yep. You did hit it. Good girl, Kylie. That's your bird. That'd be about the right line. Now, that's why you have a trained dog. Dennis shot at this bird a while ago. We didn't think we hit it. This is exactly the same line that the bird was on. Kylie came out of the pond after drinking some water, and lo and behold, here it is. She smoked it, chased around a little bit, and we got it. So, super good job on a hot day. Yep. Where is he, honey? Easy. Good girl. Here. Nice old point. How the worm turns. She worked a grouse just a bit ago. She's had 3-4 solid points on woodcock after she'd run over a couple when it was really heating up. Either she adjusted or being down here a little further in the bottom has helped, because now she's starting to have her birds pinned and things are going pretty good. I love these birds. Gorgeous little bird.
Midwest Gun Dog Kennels is your full-time gun dog training facility. For over 30 years, we have customized our training to fit each individual gun dog. We know it takes a well-trained gun dog to handle wild birds. Make every hunting trip a dream trip. Let Midwest Gun Dog Kennels put excitement back into your hunt of a lifetime. Midwest Gun Dog Kennels, where experience equals excellence.
Make your next day on the water even better with Airwave Pedestal, the only air suspension system that can be custom adjusted to the weight of the rider. No unreliable springs, no oil-filled shocks to leak. Our patented design utilizes a 2-stage suspension system to smooth out the roughest ride, while limiting travel to an industry-leading 2 inches. This boating season, enjoy your time on the water to the fullest. Find out how at airwavepedestal.com.
Dakota Pheasant Guide offers the best wild pheasant hunts from the Glacial Lakes area of South Dakota west to the Missouri River. Packages available include everything from self-guided to fully guided hunts. Book your bird hunting adventure now. Fishermen, iTime Promotions is your ticket to an enjoyable and successful day on the water. Call Dennis Foster for your outdoor adventure of a lifetime.
Nice shot, Kenny.
Well,
Good
the
girl,
first
Katie.
one I lost a lot of confidence in myself.
Come on. Good bird, Kylie. Okay. So, We finally got a grouse, buddy. And you can see, look at the iridescent colors.
Right, it's just beautiful.
You got greens and blues and all different kinds of colors there. And you can see why they call them the ruffed grouse. When they're displaying, that dark puffs out,
Okay.
and their wings will beat towards their chest. A lot of people think they touch their chest, but they don't. They just make like a little tiny sonic boom. Now, a couple different things, way to sex them. The old-fashioned way for years was, if it's a solid band, it's a male. If there's a break, like right in here, it's a female. That always does not hold true. One of the best ways to tell, see all these little dots on the rump feather? I'm going to pull one of these or a couple of them out until I get a good one. See those two white dots? Now, two dots, it's a male. If that bottom dot would have been gone and just a single, that would have been a female.
Okay.
So the band holds true in this case. It is a male. And you could kind of tell by his ruff. I mean, he's a beautiful specimen. So 2 dots, a male. It's a little bit bigger bird.
Now, would this be a mature bird, or?
Yeah, it's probably an early hatch bird.
Okay.
He has enough kind of a sharp primaries yet, so if they were really rounded, it'd be a little bit older bird.
Okay.
But beautiful bird. And when they display, that little feather right there will stick up like that.
Okay.
So we finally did it, buddy.
Well, at least the woodcocks let us practice on them.
Yes, yes. But that's a beautiful, beautiful bird. Minnesota ruffed grouse.
Hey folks, we're just wrapping up this episode of Focus Outdoors Television. Northern Minnesota hunting ruffed grouse and woodcock. More luck on the woodcock per se.
Yep.
I'm a complete novice. On the opposite end of the scale, we got Tom here, lifelong resident of the area, and this is what he does.
Yep.
Kind of give us a rundown of the conditions, what we faced, what made it difficult, what we did wrong, what we did good.
Well, you know, the big thing is, in the heat, the grouse will lay low. That's one of the many things I found over the years that is consistent. It's one of the few things that is consistent with ruffed grouse and woodcock hunting. So we had to deal with that yesterday. Plus, you can't get the good run out of the dogs when it's hot.
Exactly.
You know, we found the birds were low. They're around cool areas, which makes it super tough because those cool areas are generally really thick, really brushy, and they give them a lot of security from the sun. And grouse do not like sun. So, and today, we get this big rain come in last night, and now today, we've had winds as high as 35, 40 mile an hour gusts. And I'll tell you what, if you can get close to a grouse in those types of conditions, consider yourself lucky. Now, we did a couple times. The one time, according to our buddy Mark, we approached it all wrong, and he was probably right.
Well, we didn't get the birds.
No, we
Yeah.
should have took a little more time and set it up. But I think after working so hard, you get kind of excited and you forget the basics.
Exactly.
Try to find your shooting alleys, that kind of thing. I don't think the migration, it is what, September 30th today, I think.
Please.
I don't think the migration has even commenced whatsoever in this part of the state. Now farther north, I know it has. So I would expect within the next week and a half to 2 weeks, folks, that we're going to have some pretty good bird hunting.
So that will
here.
actually bring northern birds
It'll
to
bring
mix in
fresh
with your
birds
local
into the
birds.
area. Though the place we hunted today, I would expect once the flights start coming through of woodcock, you can go on that piece of land, the very same land where we probably found 5, 6 woodcock today.
Another thing too, and I'll leave this to you, dogs. What do the guys need to think about when they're bringing dogs?
Well, if you're bringing dogs into this type of terrain, number one, bring a first aid kit. because you guys saw it. Everything pokes, scratches, and grabs you. And it does the same to the dogs. And another, make sure they're in shape. If you have a dog that's out of shape and you bring it into the woods, you are going to have major health problems. They're going to have pull muscles, they're going to be sore, you're going to get about a day out of them.
Right.
Now, as far as pads and that go on their feet, it's pretty friendly. It's soft ground and that kind of thing, but everything else is tough on dogs. And the big one is, make sure they respond and work with you.
But today, we're actually in a very secluded area, and this wind is flat man honking all day long.
And here, if you're going to hunt in windy conditions, especially like this, every once in a while you look up, because there's widowmakers, what we call widowmakers, and I'm going to tell you right now, there's been more than once where I've either heard of people getting hurt, or worse, killed, or I've seen stuff come down awful close to me where I just, wow. It's very dangerous when it's windy in the woods.
Yeah. Moral of the story is, do a little research, but do not let it intimidate you, because this is literally the second time I've been out here, and it's something I'm not going to stop doing.
No, it's a blast if you have the confidence and the tools to do it correctly.
You know, another aspect to look at too is if you've got what you consider a good dog, whether it's a waterfowl dog, you know, a lap type do-all dog, or pointers like I run short hairs. You know, you can run any kind of dog up here and get more value out of your dog and get a lot more enjoyment following her up.
Right, right. If you're hunting a flushing dog, I think you'd agree, you keep it tight. I mean, but we do it. We have little cockers sometimes we run, and people run labs. I see it all the time, and they're all very successful.
Right. Get out and enjoy life. Let's stop sitting inside afraid of everything. Spend a few bucks, support our businesses, and try your hand.
Yep, and have fun.